Welcome to RidgeLife. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, I'm moving. That's right, guys. I am moving. You're like, Tim, you can't move. You want to, this whole off-grid journey on the ridge, you got plans. Well, plans change, people. Plans change. But they change for the better. You're like, oh no, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised, okay? So stick around a few minutes, and I promise I am not clickbaiting you here. I'm moving. That camper trailer right there, right behind the camera here at Grandma Carol's, corner of the property, it ain't gonna be there. It's moving, guys. It is moving. So stick around just a few minutes, and we'll talk about that big elephant in the room, okay? This weekend was cold and nasty, guys. You can still see some of the snow remaining here. It is wet and mushy now. Woo, throw it. Oh, I hit the camera there almost. It is warmer. Today is the first day it's really been significantly above freezing since last Sunday when it snowed, right? It snowed and it was so cold all week, minus 9 degrees one day when I was going to work. Oh, that was cold. But today you can see most of it is melting off. I mean, you can hear drip drip in the background. I don't know, Elvis, I know you're happy. It's just been cold. But Jen came over Saturday. I didn't get to see her all week because she left the Sunday before because of the weather, right? The snow was coming. So she left then. I didn't see her all week. I didn't get to go see her in the middle of the week because of the crazy weather and, the ice storm, the snow and all that stuff. So she came over Saturday because Friday was still just too bad. She couldn't make it her car over here to the ridge. I was taking the beast to work. And one morning, guys, it took me an hour and 45 minutes to get to work. I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock, and made it into work. I was, and it's one of those things where, only the maintenance and engineering people show up, right? The office people don't show up, all that, all that stuff. But maintenance and engineering, we showed up. Hour and 45 minutes to get to work that one morning. I got up at 2 o'clock. It's just crazy. But I've been battling a chest cold, all week. I had that cold a month or two ago, and I couldn't get rid of that cough. And then this past 2 weeks, I had pretty much the same kind of thing. The cough, luckily, is gone mostly away now. Now it's just drainage and sinus congestion and pressure. But I definitely feel much better today than I did earlier in the week. So Jen made it over Saturday. And we played cards. We enjoyed, just our company. We hadn't seen each other in so long. Really didn't do much big things. We watched movies, in the camper. Ate dinner with Grandma Carol, and we played cards. We played Crazy 8 on the phone with her daughter Lauren. That was really fun. We did that Saturday night. But really, yeah, we just, we didn't really do much. We went into Oakland, just a little town near here, and drove around the trucks because Jen's from Arkansas, and she's from the side of Arkansas where it's flat, right? Where it's flat, and cotton fields and flat, not like where Mel and Gary, Anthony and Roxanne, Country Road Cure, DD5, all that are. So over here in the rolling hills of West Tennessee, this is all new to her. So we went driving around the beast, looking at the snow-covered hills and all that, and got a little squirrely on the back roads, Didn't film any of that, though. I was safe, driving and everything. We thought about doing a ramblings while we were out there, but, I'd already done a couple of those for you. And so I didn't get to do a ramblings with Jen here. We almost did one yesterday before she left, but neither of us were feeling it. She had a migraine, and I had that sinus pressure, and it just and the news I've got today would not be out there because I really just got this news about moving today. I made sure I told Jennifer first. Grandma Carol doesn't even know yet. I haven't broke it to her yet. So that's going to be kind of. I'm going to go out and buy some Chinese food tonight. Bring it home. And tell Grandma Carol the news that I'm moving off the property here. Oh yeah, she's gonna be. Jen's like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? Is this something you're positive about? I think so, guys. I think so. I called Mike and David from Come On Homestead and DD5, told them about it. I talked to Gary and Mel about it. Talked to Gary and Mel for a long time. I called Anthony to talk to him about it, and boy, didn't answer his phone. Anthony, come on now. And I need to run. I've ran some of this by Sid and Mike down there at 3 Mississippi. They don't know about this part of it though, so this is new. This will be new to them too. So, what it is, guys, is I called the Planning Commission today, the Fayette County Planning Commission, and my building permit is still approved. It is approved. I have a building permit, right? It was approved. I haven't submitted the drawings, and gone through those phases of it. I haven't paid the taxes for the building permit, that allows me to start building and doing all the inspections and all that stuff. I still got to do all that. Got to have drawings first. So, and I did email my timber frame supplier and the SIPS panel supplier to start the meeting where I go to Nashville, sit down with the architect and start designing because I got my drawings, which you're going to see tomorrow night on RidgeLife Live on Tuesday night. Hopefully you'll be there tomorrow night, and I'll have the drawings up on StreamYard. I gotta make that live tonight. I gotta remember to do that. But I'll have StreamYard up, and I'll be able to show you my plans and go through each room and everything. And we'll talk more about today, to what I'm telling you today, how I'm moving. So I have the building permit. That's good. I'm talking to the building supplier for the timbers and the SIPS panels, structural insulated panels. And I've been talking to Aaron and Josh. I haven't got a chance to actually talk to Josh yet. I've been talking to Josh through Aaron from Wild Wonderful Off Grid. Super nice people. I mean, just super nice people. Because Josh did a really amazing solar project up there in West Virginia on their build, off-grid build. And what Josh did was he built a solar house, and in the solar house he's got his inverters, the batteries, and all that. And I'd planned on having a lot of mine inside the barn dominium. Kind of thought about that. I've since changed my mind. There's reasons for it, okay? Huge reasons for it. And then I'll have the propane generator behind the solar house, so it kind of blocks it from the main barn dominium. Solar panels in an open area of field. I put pretty good distance away. I really like how Josh and Aaron got their solar panels away from the house, so when you look at the house, you see a beautiful solar house. Theirs are off in the woods a little bit. Excuse me. So going by the requirements I've got for doing a package unit. Talked to Mike from DD5 today, because he's an HVAC tech, about a dual fuel 3-ton package unit, okay? Where it can use the solar power as a heat pump to create heat and AC, and then when it's really cold or I'm low on solar, I can switch over to propane for heat. Yeah, think about that, guys. That's good. And with the SIPS panels, I really don't need a 4-ton unit for that big barn dominium. I can probably go with a 2.5 or 3-ton. It's actually more efficient to use a smaller unit in a SIPS panel home, because a larger unit will be turning on, turning off, because it takes like 2 seconds to cool or heat this SIPS panel home. Mike gave me a lot. He gave me a lot of good information on a tankless water heater as well. Possibilities of a heat pump water heater, and they may have a heat pump water heater that does dual fuel as well, propane. We're gonna do some research. If anybody knows about if there's a heat pump water heater that does propane also, let me know. Leave a comment down below. I'm really curious about that. But so I started specking out the solar equipment I would need. Looking at I'm leaning towards GrowWatt and EG4, 12 kilowatt. With 5 kilowatt hour batteries in a bank. I like the server rack of the Life Power 4 by EG4, and I also like the stackable, these new stackables by GrowWatt, all 100 amp hour, 5 kilowatt batteries. I don't know if I said kilowatt amp hour, kilowatt battery. So I got that pretty much figured out, how the generator ties into it to power it. You know, I'm working on that. Again, I'll have more details. We'll talk more about it on the live tomorrow night. But I got to thinking, Tim, you're living in a camper on the ridge by your mama, right? I'm hooked up to her well, her water, and I really don't do much to it because it freezes and stuff, because, you know, it's her water. I don't want to, you know, cover up her spigot and have a hose, you know, insulated hose where she has to do anything, you know. So that's why I just disconnect it when it's cold so that she can still use her frost-free hydrant and everything. I did underpin and insulate below the camper, you know. And this week I've had no water all week because of how cold it's been. And matter of fact, tomorrow I can fill my water tank back up and start using water in the ridge crib tomorrow. Woohoo! But so I'm using her power, her electricity from the grid, right? I'm using her grid power and her water. And then I don't have septic here, so I have to go in her house to, you know, do the business, if you know what I mean. So I got to thinking, Tim, okay, I got my funding for my 401k to put the money down for the timber frame and the SIPS package, and I'm going to keep adding to that fund to build to finance this build. You know, I put that money in a 3-month CD, and I also have a money market account that I'm rolling all this money in, so it's making money while I'm waiting to pay money. I was thinking, Tim, you can go ahead now, while you're waiting for all this to thaw and you're starting to build your barn, because, you know, I still got to get the drawings done and the foundation going, you know, before I ever start building the barndominium, you know, so I get the dozer video out. But Tim, you can go ahead and buy your solar equipment now, get the barn up, build your solar house. That'd be a good practice for me, building a little 6-foot by 8-foot, you know, insulated solar house with a metal roof and siding and everything, probably a concrete slab. Put the inverters in there and the battery banks. I'm electrical, so I do all the electrical myself. I'm gonna do 100% of this solar system is gonna be me. Sub panel in there and everything. I build the solar house, get the barn built, build the solar house, buy the equipment now. Build the solar array, get the racks, get the solar array up there. You know, it's springtime. I get the well dug. I can get the well dug right before the cabin's up. I'll know where the well's going to be. I'll know where the septic's going to be. I can get work done. Guys, think about that. If I got the well, I've got the solar house up with the solar in it. I've got the solar array there, right? Maybe septic by that time. I can move to the ridge property. I don't have to be down here. I'll have water from my own well. I'll have power from it from the solar house. I'll have power for the ridge crib from the solar house. Possibly have septic. Guys, I can move. I can move to the ridge off-grid property. Right? This is 30.45 acres right here, and Grandma Carol's on just this little bitty corner, right? She drives back all the way from the front. It's like an 1/8 of a mile drive down the S-curve and all that. But I'm going to be up on the mountain, not the mountain. I'm going to be up on the ridge. We don't have a mountain here in West Tennessee. These are ridges, right? Rolling hills, West Tennessee. I can move the ridge crib up there, build an awning, a cover over it like DD5 have got, and be right there at the property build site as I'm doing the cabin. I'll be off grid, away from, you know, all this stuff, right there at the build site. What do you think about that, guys? Leave some comments down below. RidgeLife moving. I'm talking about really in the next few months. I mean, and it can happen before the barn's even done, right? That'll, if the solar equipment comes in, I can get that solar house up. I've already, you know, the family's already said they'd come out and help finish up the barn, and come out and help me with some of this other stuff too to get me moved over there. So, guys, big news! RidgeLife moving. Yeah. I mean, by spring or early summer, I could be living up on the ridge, off grid, 100% off grid, water, power, off grid. Is that amazing? Is that exciting stuff? oh man, I am super excited. So guys, I'm gonna go inside. Oh, actually, I got a couple things. I get this up to you. I got to go order some Chinese so I can get in Grandma Carol's and break it to her that her son's moving from her. She likes having me here. I like being here. She cooks dinner for me all the time. I'm just right here, you know. Right there's the log cabin. Right there. Here's the ridge crib. And right there's the log cabin. But I'll be, you know, quarter mile away. I'll be on the other side of the ridge, right? Or on the ridge. She's down here on the flat part. But I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited too. And man, it's happening fast, guys. Barn dominium, barn, you know, off-grid living, maybe even a dozer video if you're lucky. So guys, until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Miss you, Jen, already. And go RidgeLife.